Welcome back to yet another video on Java 8 series. This is a series where we are going to cover the most frequently asked interview questions in Java 8. So, uh, the coding questions which are frequently asked. So, whether you are a fresher or whether you are experienced, no matter what's your experience, interview will try to ask you questions on Java 8 and he will try to give you a coding uh, scenario where he would like to write a code snippet which will solve the problem, right? So the first problem statement what we are going to look into is find the average age of an each department. So we have an average age of an employee. Okay, so we have a list of employees over here. If you see here, and these are all department related. If you see the employee one, it has got department, the salary, the city, the age, name, and the number, right? So we have all the attributes. Now we wanted to find an average of an age. So in each department, let's say there is an IT department, we wanted to understand what is the average age of an employees, right? So let's see how we can achieve this. The first most thing what we will require is that we need to convert this into a string. So this is one of the first step in order to convert this to the string. Then we already have a collect method which will we have to group it by uh, the IT department, the departments, right? So what we'll do is that we'll use the collect and then we'll call up the collector dot grouping by. So now we have to group it by the department, right? So what we have to do is that we have to call the employee method reference the get department. Now once we get this, right, so it will be sorted by, it will be grouped by. Now we have to also find the average of it, right? So average age, right? So we need to also pass one more parameter over here, which is we'll call collectors and then we'll use average. So this is an integer, so we are going to use it in integer. Now we have to pass the age over here, so we will pass get age over here. So once we get this this is it, right? So we till here we will get the solution. Right? Now we'll see uh, after this how, like, when we run this particular code, what will be the output. Now let me define a variable over here. So if you see here, I will just rename it with a map of employees grouped by department. Map of employee age with age employee group by department. So now we'll print this out. Let's see what will be the output over here. See here. Now if you see, the IT department has got 3 employees, right? And if you see the average, once you do this, right, it will be divided by 3 and then it will be, if you see, it is 70 divided by 3, it will be like the output will be 23.3, right? So this is the average. Hope you got this particular solution for the problem statement 1. Now let's look into the another problem statement. Now let's suppose we wanted to find how many number of employees are there in the department. Now let's see, like, how we can achieve this. So we'll again convert the list into a string. So first we'll convert it into a string. Now what we'll do is that we will group by again. I wanted to group by again by the department, right? So we'll see. We'll collect, then we'll use group by, then we'll pass the employee with the department name. Okay, so once we get this, the next step is like, we have to count, right? So we'll pass another collector which is counting, so it will count it, right? So once we get this, right, once we get this, we'll make use of an entry set, right? So once we make use of an entry set, we can convert it into a string. Once we convert into a string, the next step is we have to find out the maximum number of employees, right? So now we have to uh, take the entry of, we have to get it, we have to compare it by the values, right? So whatever values is like, we'll be comparing with the values, which is the, so we'll be comparing by the value. So once we get this, what we'll do is that we'll call the get method, right? So, so it will be the counting of that, right? So it will be, the value is like number of count, right? So it will be the maximum of each employee, right? Now let's say we'll define a variable over here, and we'll rename it with department wise count map. Okay, so we'll print this out, and let's see what will be the output after we run this. Now if you see, the maximum number of employees in an IT department are three, right? One, two, and three, right? Hope you got this particular revision and you are able to understand the methods used in inside and for what reason. Thank you for watching.